Newlywed Game. We have Miss Emma Grace Dodson as our princess. Remy Gardner as our first maid. Abby Smith, second maid. And Ann Claire Collins was unable to make it with us tonight. And also Miss Corey Hopkins, who is our newest advocate. Tonight we want to also recognize Michelle Hopkins as our Fair Board President for the year. Y'all better do it twice as loud when it's my turn. We're going to get things kicked off tonight with Miss Donna Craig as our Vanna White and Mr. Mike Wilson as our game show host. And I will turn it over to them.
All right, thank you. Good evening, everyone. So, welcome to the Not So Newlywed Game. Many of you probably grew up or have seen the Newlywed Game. Show of hands, the Newlywed Game. All right, so that's based, of course, with newlyweds, people who haven't been married long. Tonight we have couples that have been married probably 10 or more years, some 100 or so. But anyhow, they'll come out tonight, a panel, and we will ask them some fun questions. I'll need you to be lively, so let's practice. Everyone give me a big round of applause. Let's have our 5 couples come out and take their seats. Easy, preacher. Remember, you're a pastor. That doesn't matter? Okay. All right, so, anyhow, let me introduce to you your contestants tonight without falling off this stage. So our first couple tonight is Barry and Roxanne Flood. Barry and Roxanne have been married for 10 years, but together for 13. A blended family of 5 children between them and 3 grandchildren. Roxanne works at Carroll Bank and Barry works for the Board of Public Utilities. They met at the Holly Credit Union. Roxanne waited on him weekly. Let's welcome the Floods. Our next couple is Andy and Suzanne Collins. Andy and Suzanne Collins have been married for 24 years. Andy is the president and COO at Security Bank and Trust, while Suzanne is a teacher at Paris Elementary. They have 2 children. Cameron is 20, a student at UTM, and Ann Claire is a senior at the Henry County High School. They are active members of Spring Hill Baptist Church and enjoy serving throughout our community. They spend time together with friends as well as traveling. That's their favorite things to do. Let's welcome the Collins. Next up is Pastor Steve and Marilyn Gallimore. You brought a choir. How soon? Very good. Well, we may have an invitation later. I know we're going to have taking up an offering, for sure. A love offering. Steve and Marilyn have been married 51 and a half years. Now that's to each other, right? Okay, to each other. That in itself is a world's record right there. Steve is a Henry County native, and Marilyn was raised north of Kansas City. by parents who were from Henry County. Marilyn met Steve at Puryear Baptist Church when he was 7 and told her mother she would marry him when she grew up. Not when he grew up, when she grew up. Or they'd still just be dating. They graduated from the William Jewell College in Liberty, Missouri. For 28 years, Steve has been the senior pastor of... we should have practiced. Tennessee Valley Community Church. Since they planted that church in August of 2000, Steve received his Master in Divinity in 2016, and Marilyn was an RN for 36 years before becoming the co-owner of ServPro in Paris in 2015. Next contestants are Chuck and Pam Lyons. He happens to be my primary care physician. Pam and Chuck live on a farm in Paris. They have 4 children and 6 grandchildren. They've been married for 21 years. Chuck? Yeah. This coming Saturday? 21 years this coming Saturday. Very good. You remembered it, or I need to remember it? Why would I need to remember it? Steve and, as I was saying, Chuck and his wife of 21 years are the founder and co-founder of the Mineral Wells Animal Clinic since 1983. Pam is the accounting manager of Mineral Wells Animal Clinic. That means he has no idea how much money he has. And if you have an outstanding pet bill, we encourage you to pay it tonight while they're still together. Last but certainly not least, a French couple. Yeah, from Paris. So we have Jimbo and Randy French. Jimbo and Randy have been married for 30 years this September. So they got married in the nursery, I think. Randy is the Henry County trustee elected in 2014, and Jimbo works for the Henry County Public Utility District and has been there for 25 years. So she knows where the money is, and he's got gas. They have 2 children, a daughter, Jordan Sawyers, who's married to Corey, 2 beautiful grandchildren, Parker and Emery Joe, who is 3. So let's give them a round of applause. And a son, Bryant, who's in Knoxville. He's currently in his 3rd year of medical school. Here's how this is going to work tonight. We are going to have 4 rounds of 3 questions. And we'll alternate between the wives and the husbands answering. Questions, if they match, as predicted, will count for 1 point, except for the final round will be 5 points. I kept the math really easy so Donna wouldn't have to use a calculator. All right? So, the couple with the most points at the end of the game will be the grand prize winner for dinner at the Oaklawn Southern Dining. All right, ladies and gentlemen, remember, we're being watched live, so help me out. Are you ready to play the game? All right. Gentlemen, please step back and exit the stage and leave your wives on the stage. Say goodbye. Y'all tell them goodbye. Might be the last time you see them happily married. Y'all make sure that they are they're out of the way, you can't hear anything. All right, secluded. Who had that word? TVC Choir, you smart people. All right, so here's how this is going to work, ladies. I'm going to ask you 3 questions, one at a time. Each of you will tell us what you believe your husband might say. You're going to predict that. You're going to write it on your card. And then turn it over and kind of hide it, so to speak. We'll do that 3 times, then we'll bring the gentleman out and see a pet name for you. Tell us what you believe Barry might say is his pet name for you. Babe. B-A-B-E. Babe. Very well. All right. Suzanne, how do you think that Andy will answer that question? Susie. You didn't like that other name? Suzanne, how do you think that your husband might answer that question? Pet name. Oh, I apologize. I thought she was correcting me the first time. I thought she's kind of touchy about what I call her, but show of hands, who got that? Because I didn't. Y'all got it? Okay. Well, at least it's not an election year. I'm sorry. Well, just in all fairness, backstage, I called her by the wrong name and she corrected me backstage, so I thought, well, here we go again. Thank you, Susie, for that great answer. Marilyn, how do you believe Steve will answer that question? What is your pet name?
Well, I think Barry and Steve got their heads together because he also calls me Babe.
He calls you babe. All right, very good. All right, and Pam? Babe. We have a stage full of babes. Randy, wait, don't tell us yet. Is it babe? All right, what will Jimbo say he calls you as your pet name? Who? Your middle name is Lynn, L-Y-N-N? All right, very good. He calls you. Ladies, what word or phrase does your husband use too much? What word or phrase? This is a PG show, and we got a preacher in his choir here. But, however, I heard Brother Steve preach one time that we are all sinners. Amen? So there might be some sin in here tonight. Go ahead and answer that question. What word or phrase does your husband use way too much? Roxanne.
There's a lot of.
Okay. Well, we only get to use one. Barry does do a little talking. That's true. I'll come back to you. How do you think Andy will answer this question? What word or phrase does he use too much?
Get fired up.
Get fired up. All right. Very good. Marilyn?
Doggone.
Doggone? That's a good one. All right. Doggone. How much did you spend? Well, doggone. I bet it was too much. All right. What do you think Jimbo will say?
How you doing?
How you doing? Now, does he say it like Joey? Oh, how you doing? Now, does he just say that to you or a lot of ladies? Don't know. You hope it's just you. Okay, how you doing? And, Roxy? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. Ladies, keeping with the fair theme, if you were going to describe your husband during whooping, would he be more like the 5K run, the livestock show, the demolition derby, or the tractor pull? Why is the choir laughing the loudest? Somebody said repeat the question. Thank you. Was that you, Shannon? You want to hear it one more time? Ladies, keeping with the fair theme, how would you describe your husband during whooping? Aren't you glad you came tonight? Oh, I'll accommodate you. accommodate Roxanne because I know this is troubling. How will Jimbo answer this question?
I believe that he would be the
Demolition Derby, ladies and gentlemen. He is all over the place. How will Chuck answer this question? The livestock show because he's a bull. Moo. Tractor bull. I'm not going to ask that. I'm hoping he'll get to keep his church. And how will Andy? The Derby, the Demolition Derby. And Roxanne? The Derby. All right, ladies, hide your cards. That's the end of that round. So get your commercial ready, BPU. Do not discuss your answers. We want this to be a surprise. We want to see it on their faces. Do not discuss your answers, okay? Everybody raise your right hand. You swear? Okay, no swearing in here. All right. So, in between the rounds, we're going to have, like they do on TV, a commercial, but we're going to have a live commercial. And our first live commercial tonight comes to us from the Board of Public Utilities. So if I can get everyone to be quiet, we're going to have our first commercial. We asked your lovely ladies 3 questions, and they have written down their answers. And as I ask you the same questions, I'll need for you to tell me what you believe your answer is that will match her predicted answer. Okay? Everybody good with that? So, Jimbo, let's start with you down there on the end. The first question I asked is, ladies, what will your husband say is his pet name for you? So, Jimbo, what is your pet name for Randy?
Nickname?
Your pet name. I guess nickname's kind of the same thing.
It's been Gigi for a while.
Let me get in here. I'm real thinking here.
It's been Gigi.
Gigi, is that like a grandma name? All right, so, Randy, what did you say Jimbo would say? Lynn! Womp womp. I need y'all to go womp womp womp. Steve, I know why you do this now. This is pretty good. And when you get done, they give you money. Man, I've been doing this all wrong. Dr. Lyons, the pet name that you call your lovely wife, what will she say that you're going to say is that name?
Pamela?
Carmela? Pamela. Just a little clarification. What he said was Pamela, like her name's Pam. Ella, Pamela. I'm not sure what I thought he first said, but Pamela, what did you say he would say? She said you would call her babe. You old Pamela. Okay, Steve, same question. What did Marilyn say is her pet name that you give her and call her by?
Babe.
Babe! Andy, what did your wife say you would say her pet name is?
I'm gonna go with Susie Q.
Susie Q! All right. Susie! All right. We're going to let it go. We're going to let that be a match. We're going to let that be a match because I'm afraid not to. That was a lot of people. And I can only fight so well. All right. Barry, pet name for your lovely wife that you use for her.
I wore my black shirt because I figured it was Barry name with
Yes.
all my wrong answers. So
Yes.
we'll start right here.
I'll ask the women to exit the stage and go back to the back. And we're, oh, I apologize. I'm sorry. Calm down. Is there? You didn't pay one thing to get in here. You've got your money's worth already.
Mike, if you want to jump ahead, we're all okay.
They want me to jump ahead. See, Barry slipped me a 50. And he said, if you'll just preciously just get right on with it. I'm so sorry. And I did forget the best one. I apologize. It's my first time. I got shook up. I know. This preaching thing is a good gig. Now listen up, fellas. I asked the ladies, keeping with the fair theme. I said, oh, man, I'm not doing very well the first time around. Here, you come over here. All right, Mike trying to host the show, take 2. Can you edit? Ladies, what word or phrase did you say your husband uses too much? So husbands, what word or phrase are you going to say that your wife said you use too much? Let's start with Roxanne. Excuse me, Barry. What word or phrase does she think you use too much? BPU. You say BPU too much. Whose fault is that? Terry? Terry, where are you? You're breaking up a marriage over here. And what did you say? Oh my gosh. Oh my God. This would be a great time to say it. No. Suzanne, I'll get this right in a minute. Andy, I just went to the 5th grade. Twice. Andy, what did your wife say? The word or phrase you say too much?
Probably, are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I say get fired up.
Get fired up!
Football season, I do say that a lot of times. Fair, good answer.
Steve, what did your wife say? What word or phrase do you use too much?
I have no idea, so I'm gonna say, she doesn't like it when I say it. Holy cow!
Holy cow! Marilyn, what did you say?
Say doggone.
Doggone! Same thing. In animal talk, it's the same thing. Womp, 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 womp. All right, Chuck, what did your wife say? The word or phrase that you say too much?
Dang it.
Dang it. You're going to say it here in just a minute. You want to say dang it now? Just get it out of the way. Jimbo, what did Randy say is the word or phrase you use too much?
Probably I'll be in the garage.
I'll be in the garage. Well, that's better than the doghouse. Randy, what did you say? How you doing? Let's get ready. Work one up. No, don't say no. I got like 7,000 people out here. How you doing? This is what I asked the ladies. Ladies, keeping with this week's fair theme, if you were going to describe your husband during whoopee, is the preacher looking for a new church? Did she say it was more like the 5K run, the livestock show, demolition derby, or a tractor pull? I'll give you a moment. In fact, I'll ask again. That was so much fun. Ladies, keeping with the fair theme, if you were going to describe your husband during whoopee, would she say it's like the 5K run, a livestock show, demolition derby, or a tractor pull? Andy, since you volunteered, let's see how you thought your lovely bride answered that question for you.
Well, I think this is kind of a trick question because I would answer it something different than what she did.
But to win, you need to answer just what she did.
Yeah.
And this certainly ain't about her right now. And I'd keep it
You
that
know
way.
all of our church families are here.
Yeah, they're right there.
Okay.
Yeah, and listen, we're all sinners. And we've all fallen short. Amen? So answer the question.
I'm
Andy.
going to go with Demolition Derby.
Demolition Derby, yeah.
What is the 5K run?
So at church Sunday, you can call him Crash or Dash. It's up to you. Barry? The choices again are 5K run, a livestock show, demolition derby, or a tractor pull.
Without a doubt, livestock show.
Livestock show! Just leave it right there, or do we make a noise? And Roxanne, what did you say? Demolition derby. And she told us why, but I'm not going to go into it. All right. It's these church shoes, brother. I almost wiped out. It would have been a whole different kind of show. Steve, brother, what did your wife say? What will her answer be?
Well, not very much for the commentary. I'm gonna say she would say I'm like a tractor pull.
Tractor pull. But you don't know what he's saying. Now you just sit down. Sorry, Chief. I'm gonna leave that alone while he's still got a church. That's okay, he can tear it all up. Yes, sir. Mr. Chuck
Demolition
Lyons.
Derby.
Demolition Derby. She said a livestock show. Oh. All right, Jimmy, Jimbo, old buddy, what do you think Randy said?
I think she said
Derby! Demolition Derby! And if you know anything about being a French, you know they love cars and everything about cars. So that's suited. All right, now we have gone through all three, and we've been keeping up the score. Miss Donna, where are we so far on our scoring? Collins have 2, Gallimore have 2, and Frenches have 1. Ladies and gentlemen, just for a moment to get a little time out here, we have a few, are these the fair t-shirts? And they're wadded up in the middle. I don't know if there's a rock in there or not, but I'm gonna fling these into the crowd, so pay attention. We don't need a lawsuit tonight. But if we do, there's a couple of attorneys in the office or in the audience. So, ready, here we go. Watch out where it goes. Ladies, y'all watch your heads. Pay attention. Look out. Was the biggest mishap you and your wife have had while traveling together? The biggest mishap that you and your wife have had while traveling together. The biggest mishap that you and your wife have had while traveling together. Tell us the biggest mishap that you and your wife have had while traveling together. Yeah, flip it over there and read it to us.
Some road rage.
Some road rage. All right, very good. Dr. Chuck, what's the biggest mishap? If y'all can help me with the noise just a little bit in the back. Somebody. They got a ticket for having 6 people in a 5-passenger car. I didn't even know there was such a thing. Seriously. Okay. I guess I wouldn't joke about that. Brother Steve.
The mishap at the Union City bathroom, and that's all I can say about that.
The mishap in the Union City bathroom, and that's all he can say. Andy.
I have a 2-part answer if this works. Both involve her driver's license.
Well, now she's probably going to give one, so be careful.
That'd be fine, because they're both equally bad. We were headed to the airport going to Disney. She told me in Clarksville that she left her license at home.
Okay.
And then the other trip, she lost her license while we were there. It took us about 7 hours to get through security.
Both Disney?
That was not Disney.
Okay. Well, which one do you prefer we use?
I'm going to go with both of them because I would like to make fun of her.
So your good was losing a point.
Correct.
I'm with you. You're the one that has to deal with her later, not me, brother. All right. Barry?
Went the wrong way. Direction.
Went the wrong way. How long?
Long enough to get in trouble.
2 or 3 days?
Long enough to have a little disagreement.
Did you have to pull over and talk about it?
On the way.
Okay.
Correct.
Barry? You think this ain't gonna be good? What's the one habit that your wife has that you would pay $1,000 if you could make it go away? Just get close. All right, Jimbo, let's start with you. Wait a minute, hang on just a second.
When we move things, you're always saying just move it a tiny bit.
Just move it a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit here and a tiny bit over there. Okay. And a tiny bit's like 6 or 7 feet. I got you. Dr. Lyons?
For her to go to sleep at night, earlier.
So she'll say to you, let's go to sleep tonight. No.
I did.
Oh, you say that. I apologize.
Ready to go to bed?
Ready to go to bed? No. So you wish you quit saying, are you ready to go to bed? Go to sleep? I've been hailing
Earlier.
something over here. You wish.
I wish.
You wish. See, what's going on here is all 5 of y'all have a high-powered magic marker with the cap on it. And I'm really liking it. All right. Go to sleep at night. You're telling her.
Yeah.
Go to sleep earlier. Go to bed. Go to bed earlier. Y'all help me remember that. All right. Brothers?
Asking too many questions. If you're gonna go down smoking, baby.
Well, it would be vaping now. So you wish that the one habit is asking too many questions. Andy?
She gets up way too early and she is not near as quiet as she thinks she is.
So she gets up too early. You wish she'd quit doing that.
I wish she would let me sleep. I
Let
don't
you
care what she
sleep.
does.
Quit getting up early.
Correct.
All right. Fair.
Mine is
She's way too bossy, but she says that it's leadership.
She's too. Your third and last question in this round. Ben, what would you say is your wife's favorite amphibian? I see some of y'all Googling right now. Matt Hayes, I see you Googling amphibian right now. What would you say your wife's favorite amphibian? No. This one's going to be good. Even though you don't figure it out, sure. Jimbo? Frog? 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 Andy?
I'm saying our dog Ash, who's a lab that loves the water and the land. I'm also betting that my wife is not going to know what an amphibian is.
I'm guessing right now you don't either.
My goal is to guess what she's going to say.
Are there any marriage counselors in the room?
I hope we get a point.
They're gonna need it. See, you thought it was a bad question, but they're all laughing.
I answered before the definition.
Okay.
And I'm answering to get the point because my score looks terrible. So I said dolphin.
A dolphin, because we know they live on land all the time. Come back. In round 2, we asked your husbands these following questions, and if you will, tell me how you believe he will answer. Randy Lynn, we asked your husband, men, what would you say was the biggest mishap you and your wife had while traveling together? The biggest mishap while traveling together. He's like, I wasn't there. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Don't look at the card. Yeah.
Yeah, you keep saying, yeah, I don't know. Okay, hang on, I'm gonna come up with something.
Okay. Chuck?
Yeah, come back.
Chuck? Hello, Chuck. Whoa, Chuck. What would your wife say is the biggest mishap?
Oh, I got this.
I apologize. It's the reverse. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wife, what will you say? What will he say? Your biggest mishap other than me? Like, a little louder.
We were traveling, we were going to Lake Tahoe, we were in California, and we couldn't get a rental car big enough for the whole family. We got pulled over and I had my children in my lap.
Okay, they can't hear you.
And we got in a lot of trouble. We were going to Lake Tahoe. We were in California, and we couldn't get a rental car big enough for all of us. And so I had one of my children in my lap. Cops pulled us over after I obviously looked at him out the window. And yeah, we got in a lot of trouble. So got a big ticket. We had to put the car.
That's what he said. Marilyn? Biggest mishap while traveling together.
I don't know, we traveled a lot and I can't think of what the biggest.
I know, 51 and a half years, you've been a lot of places. Stagecoach, horse and buggy, bicycle, tractor.
I can't think. Only one I can think of actually is when we were in Spain. It's probably not what he said.
Something happened in Spain.
Well, I can't tell you that.
Well, we would really like for you to. I'll even give you the point if The mishap in Union City in the bathroom.
Well, I thought about it, but we weren't really, we were sort of family, but it wasn't trip
What do you
driving.
mean you were?
It's out of Henry County, that's traveling.
How do you sort of travel? Y'all were together like,
That's true.
okay.
That's true. That's true.
Sorry. Wah, wah. Okay. I asked the men, what would you say was the biggest mishap you had while traveling with your wife? Are you
I'm
checking
gonna
in
say
there?
not being able to read the map.
Not being able to read the map? He said, left her
I
license.
did do that. That's
She did do it. Twice. Not just once, but twice. All right. So, what do you think Barry said was the biggest mishap that you had while traveling?
Probably when I left him. When I left.
Okay, that's a good answer right there. That's enough. No, I'll let you finish.
He was following me home from Florida, and I drive a little too fast to reach home.
So you ran off and left him, but not in the sense of left him.
Maybe he was following me.
You were going faster and run off and left him.
That kind of goes with my answer.
And you said he went the wrong way. It's really not the same. I'm sorry. We're not going to let that one fly. I'm sorry.
Road rage.
Radio! All right. Ladies, I asked the men, what's one habit your wife has, one habit that your wife has, that you'd pay $1,000 to make go away? What's the one habit? Not closing doors and drawers. Barry, what did you say, Barry? Being bossy. Leadership skills. Well, she's bossing you around about those doors and drawers. You boss her about the drawers? You look like the type. All right, what did Andy say is the one habit he would like to go away, and he'd be willing to pay $1,000 to make it go away?
I'm gonna say I'll leave my tea glass sitting around. And
Leaves her
the
tea
ice
glass
melt.
laying around. Andy, what you say? Gets up too early. He wants to sleep late. Is that true? Do you do that? Oh. I'm going to let him work that one out. Marilyn, what do you think Steve said is your habit he'd like to go away?
Well, I'm from Missouri, which is the show me state, and he always tells me I ask too many questions.
Palmella. Is it okay if I call her Palmella? Just for tonight? Okay. What do you think Doc said?
Well, I have a really bad habit of sitting up all night. He wants me to go to bed.
He wants you to go to bed because you sit up too late. Doc, go to bed! Okay.
So
Randy Lee.
I'm always asking him to do things around the house.
Yes.
But can you just move that a tiny bit?
Just move it a tiny bit. The men. What would you say is your wife's favorite amphibian? Andy has assured me he's got this one, so y'all, and somebody else. All right, so y'all listen up. I'm going to repeat it one more time because it's worth it. Men, What will you say is your wife's favorite amphibian? Roxanne.
Snail.
Snail! I tell you what, hey, hide your card. Hide your card. We're coming back for you. We're coming back for you, honey. Don't share. Y'all don't say a word. This is going to be worth staying. What a whiner. Just move it just a little bit. Your favorite amphibian.
Favorite so I know some sort of fish.
Could be.
I would say
Or snail.
dolphin.
Listen up, folks. Listen. This is divine intervention. I'm feeling it. It's these shoes, brother. Randy Lynn said dolphin. Jimbo said frog. That was close. That was close. Hang on. I would be too. A turtle. Great answer. Dr. Chuck, he said a frog. A frog. Marilyn.
Only thing I can think of is the toad frog.
Toad frog. Yeah! That 51 and a half years is paying off, brother.
I'm going with the frog.
Frog! He said his dog. Where's my counselor? It was close. Not really. Roxanne, what is your favorite amphibian? I know you said it earlier, but just put it out there again.
Say what I said earlier.
Give it to us.
Snail.
Snail! Barry, what did you say? Dolphin! You know, I ain't trying to start nothing, but utility families. Well, there's a pointless in everything, so. Oh, who's got a dolphin joke? Raise your hand. Who's got a dolphin joke? When you're in your private moments, would your husband say, or would you say your husband, excuse me, in your private moments, would you say your husband is more like a quiet mouse, a clumsy clown, or dynamite? Ladies, in your private moments, cleans the cat litter box every morning? Very good.
I said loads the dishwasher.
Loads the dishwasher.
Runs the vacuum.
Runs the vacuum. Okay, Randy Lynn. Runs the vacuum. Pamela. He feeds your hummingbirds. All right. Third and final question in this round. Ladies, your husband is getting ready to be in the Senior Olympics. And he's about to be in the pole vault event. Don't get there before me. Which would you say is more true? He'll do just fine clearing that bar. He'll probably never get it up that high. Or he'll be disqualified. He'll do just fine. Hamlet. He'll clear that bar.
He'll never get up that high.
He'll never get up there. Y'all be sure to bust out.
I said disqualified.
Disqualified. Disqualified. Floods the man. All right, that's our 3 questions. Gentlemen, we ask the ladies, in your private moment, would you say your husband is more like a quiet mouse, a clumsy clown, or dynamite? Roxanne, what did you say? I apologize. I'm sorry. I do this every time. Dynamite! Dynamite! Roxanne, what did you say? Quiet mouse. Hey. I told her nobody would believe that. I told her nobody would believe that. You want to finish telling them what you said? Or you want to... Andy?
And my best JJ voice for good times.
Dynamite! That's what she said! Brother Steve.
It better be.
Dynamite! Chuck?
I'll stick with that.
Dynamite! She said, quiet mouse. But you know, that quiet dynamite is what will get you. When you don't know it's there. It'll plug you. Jimbo!
Hope dynamite.
Dynamite! Husbands, we ask the ladies, what is something your husband does for you around the house that if his buddies found out about it, you'd be kicked out of the boys club? What's something you do for your wife around the house that if your buddies found out, you'd be kicked out of the boys club? Jimbo.
I vacuum sometimes.
What's that? Vacuum. That's what she said. Vacuum. Dr. Lyons. Chuck, what do you think Pamela said? Something you do around the house for her that all your buddies did. Yeah, so many things he does, he can't really narrow it down.
Fix coffee and breakfast.
Fix her some coffee with her breakfast. Wow, that's really close. Pam, what did you say? Show us the answer too. Feeds the hummingbirds. Well, that's almost like getting coffee. She's going to expect coffee in the morning. Brother Steve.
There's so many.
I know, it's tough. Just narrow it down to one.
I'm just gonna narrow it down to one. I run the vacuum for her.
She runs the vacuum. Now, Andy, you really need the points. Think about this for just a moment. Y'all give him just a moment. He's in deep thought. What's one thing you do for your wife around the house that if your buddies found out, would be out of the boys club?
One, I don't really like my buddies that much, so I don't care.
What? Any former buddies of Andy's here tonight?
Yeah.
You got one. Is that you, Vince? Yeah, Vince is your buddy. You may have to stay over at his house after this game. I'll come back to you.
Yeah.
Barry, I know it's close. I mean, so far you got the same score all the way across.
And I'm not going to make it any better.
You're performing. Let me just say, you couldn't win this game right now if I gave you 10 points. But you want to go out trying. What do you think she said?
Perfect toilet seat.
Toilet seat? What's that mean? Cleaning it? Cleaning it? He cleans the toilet seat. And what did you say?
He cleaned out the cat.
He cleans out the cat litter box. That's almost the same, depending upon how you go. Do you? Just for my own satisfaction, y'all have a cat? Okay. Yeah, well, any other time I wouldn't ask, but
I'm going to go with the garbage. She never
taking
does
out the garbage.
Yeah, she never does anything with the garbage. She's
You're the
never
garbage
seen
guy.
a full garbage bag.
She said, loads the dishwasher full of garbage. All right. Gentlemen, we asked your wives. Your husband is getting ready to be in the Senior Olympics. He's about to be in the pole vault event. Which will your wife, what will she say is more true? He'll do just fine clearing that bar. He'll probably never get it up that high. Or he'll be disqualified. I'll give you just what you think Randy Lynn said.
He'll be just fine.
He'll be just fine. That's what she said. That's what I like about you, Jimbo. Well, not really. Never mind. Chuck! I don't read minds, but I think I know what you're thinking.
Probably never get it up that.
Never get it up that high. What did Pam say? He'll never clear that bar. That wasn't really one of the choices. Steve, what do you think your lovely bride said?
I think because I have 2 titanium knees, she would say I'd probably be disqualified.
Ah, but it's not about the knees. Never get it up that high. We'll talk about this later in the car. Andy?
I'm an athlete. I'll be just fine.
What was it?
I'll be just fine.
He'll be just fine, but she said disqualified.
She nor Steve understood the question.
So you're saying she got it wrong?
Correct.
Okay.
He will never get it up that high.
He'll never get it up that high, and she said disqualified. You're still doing good, brother. You're consistent, that's what I'm going to say. Well, Donna, tell us where we are so far. Questions and answers, if they're matched, will count for 5 points apiece. So there is an opportunity to take the lead. Men, what is your wife's weirdest fear? What is your wife's weirdest fear? What just scares her to death? Besides you. What is your wife's weirdest fear? To be in the dark. Andy. A mouse.
Mice and mouse. It's like the cartoon.
Bankruptcy. Hey, brother, I understand. Do we need to do a little love offering before we go home? For the building fund. Ain't built nothing in 10 years and they collected that building fund. And your wife's? The dark. Jimbo, what's Randy's weirdest fear? Something about the kids? Being with the kids? Having another kid? You want to go with that? Huh? That's yours. I'll give you just another minute. I'll let you stew on that one. We'll say from your home. What's the one thing your wife would grab and run with in the event of a fire? Probably at your home. Jimbo?
It's got everything written down in it, her brown book.
Her brown book that has like family information or all y'all secrets? Passwords, secret stuff. Her brown book with secret stuff. Her purse or wallet. Very good. Me, you. Now you heard me say grab and run with. Okay. You'll be right there with her. You're sticking with you.
The dog.
The dog. The amphibian dog. She's going to grab that thing and ride that junker.
They could go to the pool in case of a fire.
That's right. They can get in the pool because the dog can be there or out on the wing. Barry.
I don't get this one right.
You don't win. No.
Emma's medicine.
Emma's medicine. That's a very good answer. Final round. This could be it. And by it, I mean, don't worry about it. If you had to describe what your wife wears to bed, would you say it's more like granny jammies, playful PJs, or Victoria's Secret? If you had to describe what your wife wears to bed, I'll say current day, Granny Jammies. Andy?
Granny's jammies.
Granny's Jammies. Doc? Playful PJs. Very good. Jimbo? Playful PJs. And Barry Flood? Playful PJs. Wife's weirdest fear. What is your wife's weirdest fear? What just scares her to death? Jimbo, what do you think? Randy, what do you think? I'm glad there's not a survey to fill out. They got what they paid for. Weirdest fear.
I do not like my feet to be
To be what?
held down or.
You don't want someone holding your feet down. I don't either. You have a problem with people who are trying to do that, do you? Okay. Jimbo, what did you say was your weirdest fear? Being without him. Just for fun, can you give us one name of someone who has recently tried to hold your feet down? Ah! You little dolphin. All right. Pam says she doesn't like to be closed in. Doc, what did you say? He said you were claustrophobic. Yay! Marilyn?
Probably with the economic situation the way it is in the United States, probably bankruptcy.
They're good. This is heaven. You got ESPN and everything. You got all the channels. Well, Collins is I'm a little afraid to ask, but we must. Weirdest fear.
I'm gonna say a mouse.
A mouse. That's what he said. He knows you like the back of his hand. What?
He misses this one.
If he misses this one, what?
He has no clue about it.
He has no clue.
Driving over bridges.
Driving over bridges! What did you say, Barry? He said being in the dark. That too. Pat me on the back. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do here? I can't let them leave with no points. Are y'all with me? They get a point. 1 point. 1 point. Nobody goes home a loser. Ladies, we ask the husbands, what's the one thing your wife would grab and run with if there were a fire in your home? What's the one thing your wife would grab and run with if there was a fire? Might as well, you're on a spree here. Barry, watch your posture. We have witnesses and everything. You got a good job. Your boss is here. Your other boss is here. All your bosses are here.
I would say our dog.
The dog. She would grab the dog. He said Emma's medicine.
Well, that's it.
And the dog.
That too, Emma.
Emma. I'm sorry, Emma. You get the dog. You'll be in the dog house.
I'm going with our dog, Ash.
Ash the dog!
Probably my cell phone. That's my life.
Cell phone. Want to grab the side? He said, no, you grab him. You would grab him. I don't know. I've seen him. It's not real good. Yeah. Pamela? Your purse. He said it would be your purse. Okay, Jimmy. What do you think? Randy, what do you think? You can stay in my house. This ain't really working out for you. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna get this gig next year. You're probably not either. Yeah. We'll have you on the Not Married Anymore thing. I'm not saying that. Randy Lynn.
I'm gonna say, based on his last answer, he's gonna say I would grab him.
Grab him and run. What did Jimbo say? Grab her brown book with all the secrets. Yeah, we heard about your brown book. He told us what all's in there. Yeah, it's all the secrets. So if you're all over at Randy's house, find the brown book. It'll be right over there about the dolphin. All right, last question, last round. This could decide it all. These are 5 points. Husbands, this is what I asked them. If you had to describe what your wife wears to bed, would it be granny jammies, playful PJs, or Victoria's Secret? Your husband is describing what you wear to bed, current day. Would he say it's like Granny Jamie's, Playful PJ's, or Victoria's Secret? This is for all the money. I mean, this is it. All right. Jimbo. Excuse me. Randy. I'm doing it on purpose now because they laugh. This is all on purpose. And unfortunately, live.
This could be trouble.
Yeah, we're hoping it will be.
I'm gonna say
Victoria's Secret.
Victoria's Secret, big boy. What'd you say? Playful PJs. Okay, that's okay. Pamela?
I'll probably say that whatever you said, Granny.
Granny Jamie's. Doctor, what did you say? Playful PJs.
It's not that exciting.
I just grab an old comfortable gown, so it has to be Granny.
Granny
my granny.
Jamie's. Granny Jamie's. All right. Now, Barry, this is it, brother. Just don't say Dolphin PJ.
There's no way I'm gonna get this.
Okay. What did he say? What? Oh, but I want to hear more about it. Hang on just a minute. For those in the back, she don't have no PJs. None. Not Granny, not Playful, not... And shh. Right now, it ain't no secret.
Not naked either.
I'll do the jokes. He's trying to get my gig for next year. Because he ain't going to be back.
I failed in my gig, so.
I'll say Playful PJ.
Playful PJs. I heard her tell him. All right. We are down to the bottom here. Let's see what our score is. The Floods have 6. They are tied with the Frenches, who have 6. The Lions have 12. The Gallimores have 16. But our winner